How do I get found in AI searches? That is a question that we are hearing all the time, especially in this new age of AI. So I want to take a minute to chat about this. We love to post SEO tips and tricks to our social platforms like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And I want you to know that, first of all, if you're following those things, if you're not in a place yet to hire an agency and you're trying to do this yourself, and you're following those tips and tricks for SEO, traditional search engine optimization on your website, you're already a leg ahead. You're already doing good AIO, because the reality is AIO, AI optimization, is pretty much the same as SEO, search engine optimization. And the reason for that is that it's all search. So whether you're doing traditional search engine optimization to get found in platforms like Google and Yahoo and Bing, or you're trying to optimize for AI searches like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, it's pretty much the same thing. Now, there are some nuances, so I'm going to take a second to talk about some of those, but I just want you to know that if you have good SEO on your website, you already have good AIO on your website too. So that's the good news. So a couple little nuances that are a little bit different than traditional SEO is, number one, site speed is really, really important for AI tools. So if you want to get found in those LLMs, like I said, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, if you want to be found in those AI platforms, you have to have a fast website. There's no getting around that. These tools pull answers really, really quickly. So if your website's not able to load that information quickly, your competitors are more likely going to get cited ahead of you when people are searching for the products and services that you offer. So if you have a fast website, those platforms are more likely to pull info from your website and cite you as a source. So make sure your website is fast. That is something we do for all of our clients' websites. First thing we do is make sure their website is loading quickly. And then we always make sure that we're checking up on that and optimizing the speed to keep it fast. So that's a big difference between SEO and AIO. Now, I will say site speed is really important for SEO too. So you should already be doing that anyway if you're doing good SEO on your website. But that is even more important for LLMs and any of those AI platforms, including voice search like Siri and Alexa. Okay, so that's number one, is making sure your site loads really quickly. Number two, the second nuance is making sure you're answering questions. So LLMs also love to answer questions because instead of like just short key terms, people are normally searching for actual questions. They're adding really lengthy, they're either using their voice or they're typing really lengthy questions with a lot of details. And so the more that you can answer questions on your website, the more likely you are to be cited in those AI platforms. So you can do this a number of ways. You can have an FAQ on your website. You can be publishing regular blog content that's answering questions that people are asking. If you sell products, if you're an e-commerce company, you can include some FAQ, like commonly asked questions, at the bottom of those product pages. But however you're doing it, just make sure that you're answering questions on your website, commonly asked questions in your industry or around your products or services, and make sure that you're answering them very well, very accurately, and as succinctly as you can, because ChatGPT loves to cite from sources that it feels are reputable and are answering the questions really well. So site speed's number one. Number two is answering questions. And then number three is kind of a technical thing. So focus on those two if you're not a techie person. But if you're trying to implement really good AIO on your website, it's also really important to do schema markup around that. And so all that means, basically, it's a new schema markup, new meaning like the last 6 months to a year this came out, where you're basically adding code to your website. It's called an LLM.txt markup. And what you're doing is adding code to your website to help robots read what's on the website. So when you add this schema markup, it's a one-time thing. You just insert it into the code. You can find people on Fiverr for $5 to do it for you. I'm sure I haven't done that myself, but I'm sure it's out there if you're struggling with the tech of this. But it's really important that you add that schema markup. There's other types of schema markup that you can add to your site for SEO, for traditional SEO. But as far as getting found in these AI searches, you really want that specific LLM schema markup so that these LLMs can read all the information on your site way easier and way faster. And so they know that you're a good source to cite for their platforms. So that's it. I'm going to leave you with those tips. So make sure your website's fast. Make sure you're answering questions around your products, your services, your industry, and make sure you have that LLM schema markup on your website if you want to be found in AI searches above your competitors. And of course, if you need any help with this, we're always happy to help. We have an intake form you can fill out to see if you're a good fit to work with us. So hopefully we'll get to work with you, and drop a comment to let me know if this was helpful. Thanks for watching.